It's December and about -25 here in Canada right now, and if your skin is like mine and feeling drier than normal this season, this is a great makeup look for keeping that glow to the skin. So let's get started. So I've done my normal skincare routine before we begin with the makeup. I have been using this Sephora hydrating serum and I've been enjoying this. I like it because there's a little bit of extra hydration for the winter months, as well as this is my favorite everyday moisturizer from CeraVe, the ultralight moisturizing lotion with SPF 30. So with my skincare all done, I'm going to be starting with my base, and what I'm going to do to add a more glowy skincare complexion, I'm going to be using this Estée Lauder Double Wear, which is matte, but I'm going to mix it with this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion, which is kind of like a liquid highlighter, and I'm going to mix them together, as well as with my face cream, which this is a Inkey List peptide moisturizer that I just depotted into this because I couldn't really get it out of its own packaging, but I'm going to mix all three of these together to get a glowy, moisturized skin complexion with makeup. So taking a little bit of the moisturizer first, just gonna take a bit of that on the back of my hand, then a little bit of the L'Oreal kind of liquid highlighter glotion. I want a nice glowy base because that does help it look less, you know, dry in the winter months. And then for coverage, a little bit of this, the foundation, and I'm going to just mix it all together on the back of my hand. So now it kind of looks like this. So it's very glowy. And I'm just going to take what's left on my hand and kind of dot it around my face. And just picking it up. And I'll use my foundation brush to just spread it around, and then my beauty blender to blend it in afterwards and get rid of the brush stroke lines. These products mixed in with the foundation do sheer out the foundation because this Estée Lauder is a full coverage foundation, but it's giving kind of a light coverage mixed with the moisturizer and the highlighter. Also, the beauty blender is also kind of shearing it out as well. So it's a light glowy base. And this is kind of what we're looking like right now. I'm actually getting a little bit of pilling kind of along the edges here. So it could be that maybe the moisturizer isn't really blending in well with the highlighter and the foundation, because I have used the highlighter and foundation before and it hasn't done that. So you can always just do a good thicker cream before laying on the makeup products and hopefully the pilling won't happen instead of mixing it all together. They may just not be blending well together. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer and just put it on any blemishes that I want a little bit extra coverage under my eyes where I have dark circles. I'm gonna blend it in with my finger first and then maybe go over it with the Beauty Blender if I need it to be smoothed out a little bit more. Depending on your skin type will kind of depend on where you prefer to put powder, if at all. I have a more oily T-zone and kind of more of a dry or normal type kind of everywhere else. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my Maybelline loose powder and this little bit of my Physicians Formula that's almost gone powder here, and I'm going to be putting it kind of under my eyes, kind of light layer all over. So this is the base now with the powder applied. Sometimes I have mixed a light powder highlighter with my setting powder to kind of keep that glow happening, but you don't have to. I think the glow still shows through a bit in the, even though I've added just the powder, and when it soaks more into the skin, you'll also get kind of a natural glow coming through as well, especially if you have oily skin. At least I found that to be the case with my skin type. For this winter glow, I'm not going to use any bronzer or contour. You can if you want to, but today I'm just going to be using some blush. And this one here is pretty good to have a little bit of glow. This is the Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Nude, and it has a little bit of a shimmer to it, so this will be good. I have my blush brush here, and I'm just going to go along sort of the cheekbone where I would kind of put bronzer. To add some light color. I'm going to put some along my temples as well as the bridge of my nose, kind of underneath the chin too, down. Adding that color back in after the foundation. Kind of tapping the product in so I don't disturb the base I've laid down, and blending it so that there's no lines, just so it's all seamless together. Adding another blush. This one is a little less pigmented. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It blush in Pink Sands. I like using two different blushes, and I'm kind of putting this sort of in the same area, maybe around the perimeters of where I laid that other blush. More along the nose. And this one is less pigmented, so I can go in a little bit stronger with it and it won't look too pigmented. We're gonna add some more glow with some highlighter on the cheeks. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money. Just using this brush I like to use to apply this highlighter. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush brush. And I think it works well because this is a cream to powder formula, so it seems to apply well with this. Just hitting the very top of the cheekbones. And kind of under the brow and along the sides of the temples. Can we see the glow? Glowy and moisturized is the theme of this winter look, because looking very moisturized and glowy is nice when it's so dry outside these days. I'm gonna quickly fill in a little bit lightly with my brow pencil here. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in gray. I don't do anything too crazy with my brows, just lightly fill in this little scar on this eyebrow and then kind of match the placement on the other side. Lightly filling in any areas where there's like small little gaps. And brushing it with the spoolie. For eyeshadow, I'm going to keep it very natural and glowy as well, using this Morphe Nude Ambition palette, and I'm gonna stay in the light range, kind of in this area here. I'm gonna go all over the lid with these two pale colors here. This one's like a pale pink, this one's sort of a pale beige. I'm gonna go all along the crease with that. And then adding a little bit more depth with the darker brown there, going in the same area, just all along the crease. I'm going above the natural fold in my eyes because I have hooded eyes. Just adding a mixture of all of those three colors to the bottom lower lash line. To the lid, I'm going to add some shimmer, so I'm just going to take this sort of pinky silver mixed with this kind of champagne gold, kind of a mixture of the two, and apply that to my lid. And I'm also going to put it kind of in the inner corner, lower lash line here as well, to brighten up the eyes. Kind of around that inner corner, just using the same brush. For the lashes, I'm going to keep things pretty simple, just combing through them with a spoolie first. And then using this Maybelline Great Lash Mascara So I just did a basic natural look on the eyes because the emphasis is the glowing skin. For the lips, I'm just using a little bit of the Burt's Bees lip balm. And I'm going to dab a little bit of this dark burgundy lip color, which I think is great for winter. This is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish lipstick in Bordeaux. And I'm not going to apply it super full on. I'm just going to tap it lightly, mixing it in with the lip balm, so it's more of a natural kind of berry look. Rubbing the lips together just to blend it all in. And of course, for that added extra glow, you can use a lip gloss on top. This is the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline in the color Stone. And I'm almost done this, so we'll see how much I can get out, but I'm just gonna apply that too. Kind of more in the center. So that concludes this glowy, moisturized winter look. It's natural with a focus on glow to the skin and really hydrating and making sure that the skin looks good in these dry months. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.